So in this video I would like to do, I would not like to do, but I was thinking, I'm driving again. Apparently I'll be driving for like 30 minutes or so. I was thinking like, when I was going down to the car, I was like, well, there is I would say, a huge difference from what what the, I would say, spiritual teachings are about. Not all, we'll say general spiritual teachings are about. And there is a major difference between what the beings, entities, spirits, higher dimensional beings, whatever, that are being channeled, what they are actually talking about, what is spirituality. And I think one of the most common, or one of the most popular, although I have seen other channelers that are pretty amazing, but maybe not that, I would say, socialized as Bashar, but mainly the idea from the spiritual realm, from the higher realms, is that there is no teachings at all. There are no sufferings. There are no, I need to, be a slave to some particular religion. I need to work out my karma. I need to do that. I need to do this. I need to suffer somehow. There's just like, for example, beings from, you would say, the high loving light world, you would say. They come in peace and they just share that, hey, you are always being loved. There has never been otherwise. You are constantly free, constantly free. There is no, only thing that is that's your mind. What the mind creates, what the mind perceives. This is just your choice. And for example, beings from other planes, as like Enrico, something like Bashar, something like something for yellow, golden, white planes, our planes, energy planes. They come to share that, hey, everything is exciting, everything is interesting, everything is joyful, everything is happy, and there is actually no need to even think about something negative, because everything is really, we would say, positive. And talking about negative, positive, many times when Enrico, when the channeling is going on, Enrico is like, well, stop. For example, lady is asking whether there are some kind of negative beings that can connect in your channeling. Well, then Enrico always says that, well, before we can answer this question, we first need to understand, what do you think is negative? What are your concepts about negative? What is your concept about something being negative? Then we can answer this question of yours. And what I want to say is that humanity, humans, or the mind has, or the religions have created so many heroes, so many dark heroes, so many positive heroes, so many negative heroes. And what the human mind is doing is always constantly falling from one side to the other side, from one side to the other side. There are no sides at all. It's just a choice. Whether you find that this negative side for you suits whatever it suits, whether this positive side for you suits, and if it suits for you, well, that's your choice. And today I was like driving again and was like a little bit communicating with also the beings, and it's like something about acceptance, and is that there something about negativity. I decided to like gather some information about negativity, and it's like, well, if you understand the consciousness, for example, if you understand what God is, you have no questions about negativity at all. It's just another aspect of all that is. It's just another being of all that is. And if you deny that part of all that is, if you deny that part of God, if you deny that part of consciousness, then you deny a big part of yourself. And if you live in a denial, not in acceptance, you create all kinds of troubles for yourself, like stress, fears, worries, and so on and so on. It's not like I accept you to encourage that negativity is something you go into it. I was like, negativity is just part of everything. It's just part of the God. It's just part of creation. It's part of all that is. And there is no like denial or everything. It's like when humans live between two, you would say, dualities, good or bad. They like classify something to be negative. I must avoid that. But the negative or positive is just for our perspective, and even our perspective is like it's like simply a mind concept. So therefore, what I want to say is that there is no positive or negative as such. It's just like whatever you choose, and if it suits for you, that's okay. And there is no negative being that will come you and say, "Hi, I'm a negative being. I want to eat your soul." And one time I was asking Enrico this, how can somebody take your soul? He was laughing, how is that even possible? Imagine you are infinite being, a huge being of light, just like, and that being of light imagines a dream and perceives this dream, imagines a dream, wishes a dream, and then lives out his fantasies, and therefore if a negative being is within his fantasy, that's the meaning that this higher self, this God, this whatever you call it, yourself, your higher self, is like, wow, this is something interesting. I would love to explore this. And you are the one, basically, you are not the one that struggles this. You are basically, your mind is basically, hey, stop. I have always been taught that you must avoid the negative things. Stop. The mind is like blocking you. And for example, your inner self, your higher self wants to release you from these like thoughts, from these fears, from these belief systems. And it's just like, hey, explore this, and you'll find there's nothing in it. There's nothing you need to be afraid of. There's nothing you need to worry about. There's nothing you need to avoid something. And then the mind is struggling. But then when you understand this, when you understand what is, you would say, something like consciousness, what is higher self, you realize that there is actually no reason to be fearful. It's always your choice. But the mind can create all sorts of things. Basically, what I understood from religion is that in any and every religion, in every and any marketing, business strategy, political strategy, medicine strategy, everything, there will be always something that the mind will create, something as good or bad. For example, health and illness, politics, war and peace, something like religion, evil and devil and God and everything. Also, comparison. It's just like they create two separate ideas, two separate vibrations, and therefore the mind has trouble of navigating himself. It's like falling from one side to the other side, and then to tell what is good, and therefore the mind is more easier to like focus on something, to focus on a part which would we call positive, but to find out what is spirituality, find out what is reality, find out what is God itself, what is love itself, what is peace itself. You have to like find peace within your mind, find peace within yourself, find peace at all that is, and you will find that everything from what you experience, there is no mind concepts about it, just, you say, expressions of infinite joy, infinite love, infinite excitement, infinite interest, and so on. And therefore, those who think about negativity think of from other side. You just have too many belief systems. You just have too many fears. You just have too many, you would say, your own energies within you that are causing you to think this way. They are causing you to feel this way. They are causing you to even go this way. If you release all this, then you will find that there are no thinkings, no religions, no fearful theories that even affect you. Therefore, you cannot even experience this at all because you wish for something else. And one time, I asked, there were many aphorisms lately also about this, but I asked also about this, and it's like there is only one law in the universe: free will. Simple words. Nothing happens that is not in your choice. Nothing happens that is not in your choice. The only thing is that why you constantly choose the same things over and over again. And what Enrico says, basically you have the energies within you, belief systems within you that make you make these choices. And the idea is just to let go of your mind, fears, doubts, and everything, energies, and you'll find there's nothing to be feared of. And you'll find that there is your true self, your true being, your true natural self, true natural state that comes around. whether you're creative, whether you're joyful, whether you're happy, whether you're an intellectual being, whether you're a spiritual being, whether you're a loving being, and so on and so on. Your true self will come out when you let go of all these negative belief systems. And yeah, so I encourage you to, if you have fears, if you have religious belief systems, just take a look at them, whether they help you or whether they not help you, whether they make you feel good or whether they make you feel fearful and bad. And even if you feel fearful and bad, does this help you, or is this a thing you want to experience, or do you want to have a different experience? And this is only your choice, and this is your free will. So thank you for watching. Enjoy your time, and you can write me on my website, which is artlineofflinepeace.info, like outofpeace.info, and you just switch to English language, and then you will have all the videos, all the topics, and everything in English. So thank you for watching. Enjoy. I'll go have a snack.